Hello, welcome back. I am the Muted Goat. This is episode 34 of my Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus playthrough. And with any luck, this will be the final episode of this playthrough. So we're in the process of building our spaceship and discovering the necessary technologies to do so. So let's just keep going. Looks like New York just built some thrusters. So we got 4 or 5 of those. Oh. Newark built some too. Chan want to go back to Peru. No, thank you. Right. One turn till environmentalism. Actually can't exactly remember. I think you get a recycling center with that, which will help greatly with, I don't know where those paramilitary troops came from, but anyways, it'll help with all these epidemics we've been having. Our city populations are so large that I think the epidemics are just going to be kind of a constant for the rest of the game. There is, if you keep going in the tech tree, you start hitting what's called future techs. And future techs, each one adds +1 happiness, +1 health, and -1 epidemic chance. Okay, so the recycling centers actually don't help with epidemics. They do provide health, so we will do those everywhere, but they are not going to help with the epidemics. These may be unnecessary, actually, because we're not having any health issues outside of the epidemic chance. We have so many resources that we have not all the health resources, but nearly all of them. And currently have all the buildings that provide health to our cities, but our cities don't want to have trash everywhere, so we'll recycle. Recycling at least gathers all the trash, and they can pretend to recycle it while they put it in the landfill. And there we go. Still at 70% science, and yeah, our economy's doing great since we built those logistical centers everywhere. Molecular biology. Now that sounds like something, yeah, that'll give us the polio vaccine, Cancer Research Society, and the Center for Disease Control. And we got our final thruster. Now that'll definitely help our epidemic chances. So we're getting that in 5 turns. I'll actually go into our best production cities and build those before these recycling centers have a chance to finish. So those will be the priority. I forgot to turn the scoreboard back on. There we go. The Italian army, or military, is still within shouting distance of ours. I'm just going to kind of ignore it. Alright, here's a new civilization. Secretary General votes again. I kind of got what I wanted out of the United Nations, so I think if anything, I'll just try to vote to stop wars. Oh, Mussolini won anyways. That's fine. I don't think he has the votes to win a diplomatic victory. If he does, that would be a major bummer, but we will.
Capacity to blunder slightly is the real marvel of DNA.
Oh, it's really just the CDC
special attribute,
that reduces epidemic chances.
And there would be no music.
Okay. I figured the other things would as well, so Miliana is our best production city. They can build the CDC. And sure, why not? We'll have the Miliana was not our best production city. I'm confused. Was I just not scrolled all the way up? Okay, so it's Bangalore. Bangalore build the CDC. Kazan, you build the spaceship life support. Omaha, polio vaccine. And St. Petersburg, we'll do Cancer Research Society. There we go. Italian Golden Age has begun too. Here's Gazprom. This looks like a video taken straight off of YouTube. We'll see. I gotta talk over it, just in case. I don't recognize this. I don't think this is a wonder in the vanilla game. Basically, this is gonna help our natural gas wells. Okay, so enemies suffer 50% war weariness. That's a lot. Okay. Provides 2 natural gas. And natural gas wells and offshore gas platforms get a bonus to production and commerce. Genetic engineering. Now that's something that might provide. Let's see. Therapeutic antibodies, evidence-based medicine, and the Human Genome Project. Those sound like some of those could help with epidemics. We're getting close to eclipsing the 6,000 score mark, which is very high. Italy wants an alliance. I'm going to say no. That'll just hurt our research. The new Kuomintang civilization has been conquered. Yeah, we got another great scientist. Let's see, where... Yaroslavl. Alright. Still 2 more scientific wonders we can build. We will do the +1 hammer to laboratories in all cities. Slightly help our production everywhere. The Fullerene. I don't actually know what that is. Here comes genetic engineering. Nuclear fusion is next. So yeah, we're getting very close.
Soon it will be a sin.
Build the stasis chamber, yeah, antibodies, and evidence-based medicine. And the Human Genome Project is actually like a wonder. Okay, cool. Let's check our cities. Let's see. Bangalore. You know what? We'll just wait. We've got so many about to build. Well, let's just do it this way. Bangalore, you will build the Human Genome Project next. And then a recycling center. No, that was selected on Washington for some reason. Or was it? This menu here gets a little confusing sometimes. Okay, assess life support. Minneapolis, you do spaceship life support. Got a stasis chamber. Omaha, do evidence-based medicine. And Cancer Research Society in St. Petersburg. And you can do therapeutic antibodies after that. Okay. And we'll have all those other cities that are building recycling centers just go back to research. This nuclear fusion, I think we can build that ITER, I-T-E-R. And I think that's in Kazan. We have that set up for that. Nuclear fusion, I think, also allows our spaceship engines. Sound effect for recycling centers is weird. I guess it's just crinkling plastic. It's weird they're suggesting for us to build power plants when we have the Three Gorges Dam. Cities already have power, and the power plants they're suggesting wouldn't reduce unhealthiness in any way. Alright, there's life support, so we just need stasis chamber and 2 engines. For some reason that recycling center sound effect is unsettling to me. Alright, here comes... Oh, never mind. The notification scroll here is a little behind. Okay. If you can hear that buzzing in the background, my phone is ringing. I will get to that later. Alright, they just put a vote up for the diplomatic victory. We could conceivably lose here. I doubt Mussolini has enough support to win a diplomatic victory. I know we don't.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Alright, yeah, here's ITER and spaceship engines. Which means we have everything needed for the spaceship. Okay, so we'll do special operations and then smart munitions. I'm not building a spaceship engine in any of these because these recycling centers were built later, which means these cities have worse production. Here we go. Hurapan is in Copiapo. Okay, we were the leading candidate, but we were still a solid 1,100 short on votes needed. So yeah, no danger of a diplomatic victory being taken out from underneath us. Alright, was Kazan where we could build ITER? Yes. So we'll do that instead of that. Omaha is doing evidence-based medicine. St. Petersburg. Huh. I must have messed those up, but alright, so Detroit. Build engine. And I guess Buffalo, huh? And we've got some, at least one great engineer here to help with ITER. Is that all we have? Do we have any more great engineers? Does not appear so. Okay. Alright, so we got about 30 turns until the engines are done. I actually don't know if you can rush these or not. Can only hurry production of unit or building. So yeah, you can't hurry the engines. This essentially confirms that we will win this episode. We'll even get quite a few future technologies, I believe, while we're waiting for the spaceship to be built. And then once it's launched, it takes a few turns, or several turns, for it to reach its destination and you to actually win.
The object of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his.
Alright, special forces. I think that's what you can upgrade all of our mountain infantry to.
What do you need?
Let's see. Oh, assault and mountain rangers. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the assault. I'll try to make sure we have a fully upgraded army. Or military. I keep saying army instead of military. I apologize for anyone that might bother. Alright, future tech in 20 turns. We have officially completed the tech tree, which is an accomplishment in itself.
Our bombs are smarter than the average high school student. At least they can find Kuwait.
Let's get this over here to help build ITER. Gonna drop my research to 0 to get the gold to finish building my, or upgrading my military. Our workers are still out building railroads, it appears. Is that what they're doing? They're building highways. Okay. I guess I'm not totally sure. That must be the upgrade to railroads. You can tell how often I get to this point of the game. Not very. I thought railroads were the highest tier. Stasis chamber is about to be built. The engines will be done in 21 turns. There's the stasis chamber. Now we just need the engines, and we're good to go. I haven't seen any notifications of any other civs building spaceships. Alright, let's check on our military here. Mountain Rangers. Okay.
Tell me what to do.
Let's upgrade all these. It's 12,000. New York. Can we upgrade our ships any further? Not those. We can upgrade the cruisers to missile cruisers, which puts them fairly close to the battleship strength.
What do you need?
Stealth corvettes.
Your orders.
Let's see. Our modern infantry can upgrade to M2 Bradleys. Huh?
Awaiting your orders.
Yes?
Point defense is still the same.
Awaiting your orders. Yes? Ready for action. Your orders.
I didn't realize there's a great engineer there. Let's get him to Kazan. Okay, what else can we upgrade? There's a levy still. Wow. Oh yeah, just hanging out over here. How much to upgrade you to a tank? Levy to tank. Oops. Is not what I wanted. Emplaced battery. In a very weird spot to have an emplaced battery.
Reporting for duty. All present and accounted for.
Emplaced missile artillery. Alright. Assault infantry up there.
Ready for action. Ready for action.
Upgrade them. Marine Corps.
Tell me what to do. Awaiting your orders.
Mobile anti-aircraft.
Reporting for duty. At your service.
Alright. I'm going to call that good. Military fully upgraded. Let me get my science back all the way up. We'll be over 100,000 gold here. All right. Iter in 5 turns now. I don't know if it's ITER or ITER. It looks like an acronym, but some people say acronyms like NASA. I do not want the working class as my civic, but so be it if it happens. Yeah, that failed. When you try to change people's civics, there's, especially with this many civs, there's usually at least one that will just defy the resolution, and if anyone defies the resolution, it doesn't happen. So, all right, evidence-based medicine is in. Therapeutic antibodies. About to get ITER here. That's another all-continent power source. Okay. It's another one, kind of like that Gazprom one. Wondering where they got these videos from. Plus 10% gold in all cities and 25% gold in the city it was built in. Is pretty nice. So we are running 100% research and are only losing around 2,000 gold a turn, which at this stage in the game is fantastic. Alright, another great scientist. Just do it in Denver, who cares? Denver's a city we built relatively later on in the game and turned out to be a really nice city, even though it's got these tundra squares near it. Yeah, we are the wealthiest. That makes sense. We have over 67,000 gold right now. Oh, we have 1 billion people. I've never reached that mark in this game. That is a first for me. That's with all of our new buildings we got that reduce epidemic chances, or allowing our cities to pretty much grow to their max. Mickey Mouse has been built in a faraway land. I wonder what that is. It's probably like a
Future will be better tomorrow.
like something a great artist can build. All right, there's our first engine, so we could launch now. Travel time would be 37 turns, but we're just going to wait the 2 extra turns until our other. All right, and here's the Human Genome Project. Nice picture of a dong there for you. All right. Okay, so yeah, 2 turns till Buffalo builds the engine. I guess, yeah. Just seeing how close we are to cultural. So, yeah, Washington's down to 417 turns away. Omaha, 621. And Chicago, 597. So, if we would have gone the full culture route, like we were talking about, that was 3 or 4 episodes ago now, probably would have had the cultural victory by now. But here we go. So 30 turns. I'm going to go ahead and launch. It's been a while since I've seen this animation. Oops. Okay, there it goes out of Washington. I like to just kind of follow it up. It's cool how it has an animation all the way up. Keep coming. Oh, you can really get far back. All right. You get the idea. And over here, you can see it has a countdown. Now to how many turns till victory. It's a fitting end that the Hungarian Rhapsody song starts. My favorite song on this rather limited playlist I've had. I don't think I'm going to do a permanent alliance. Why should I let Mussolini share in my space race victory when I did it on my own? I'm not worried about like how much it would hurt my technology anymore, obviously. So, but now it's just the principle of it. Oh, that was a misclick. I didn't mean to build this. That's alright. Another big war has broken out. Alright, this great scientist just helped research future technology. Didn't even increase it by one full turn. Gives you an idea of how much research is needed for these future techs. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like epidemic symbols on any of our cities. I guess Bangalore has one. But even then, epidemic's only one. So, looks like our cities are all getting maxed out population-wise. Turns away. Wonder if we'll be able to get Future Tech 3 before the game ends. Probably not. We're down to only losing 1,200 a turn at 100% science, which is crazy good at this point in the game. Danish city got taken by the Irish. Ireland's scores recovered pretty well from that massive civil war they had. They dealt with it a whole lot better than the Colombians did. Colombians don't even exist anymore. It looks like we'll be able to get Future Tech 3 before the game ends. The game's going to end sometime around 1980, it looks like. Currently, each year has 4 different months. So it's like, I think that's a cool way of how they pass time. Later, they throw months in there. All in all, I'd say this has been quite a successful playthrough. Please don't be a war on me. No, Mussolini's going to war. Danish are losing some legitimate cities. We're coming up on one of my favorite things in a Civ4 game. After a victory, you can see the history of the world in fast motion, just looking at the map. All right, our spaceship's halfway there. It's unfortunate all these wars popped off because now turns are taking forever. No, that was another diplomatic victory attempt. This Irish city of Jambi continues to baffle me. They have a yellow separatism fist right now, which means slight separatism. So they're currently in a war. The Irish are. The city has 1 troop defending it. It is nowhere near their capital. Peace reigns out. The Italians. All their warmongering finally caught up to them. South Chinese reemerged. Oh, and there's this new Republic of China. This is a long turn. These ill-tempered civilizations, if they would have just maintained the peace, the game would be over by now, but they just have to fight. Which makes them, have separatism events. And another war is broken out. Benito Mussolini has declared war on nobody, it looks like. It's probably this new Republic of China. Here's another long turn. Really, really long turn. I thought for sure this game would be over by the time, or before the Hungarian Rhapsody was over. But the other civs had other designs. Place your bets on who this is going to be affecting. I'm guessing the Danish. Italians would be my second guess, and I guess the Irish would be guess number 3. That Biang Republic, I'm not even sure who that is. There. They're doing all right, though. Yeah, it's the Italians. Lost almost 1,500 score. Thank God I didn't make an alliance with them. Separatism in Bangalore is high, huh? But why?
What's the plan? At your service. What do you need?
Move a dude over there, I guess. Just gotta make sure we don't have any other separatism. That's... For some reason we're getting a bunch of separatism now. We're about to win the game, guys. Let's just relax. Okay, let's get like well-established cities like Omaha. Go turn 8.
What's the plan? Awaiting your orders. Yes? Reporting for duty. All present and accounted for. What's the plan? What's the plan? Awaiting your orders. Your order. What's the plan?
The game is conspiring against me. It doesn't want me to win. We did lose access to bananas from the Italians. Maybe the people in these cities just love bananas. Minneapolis? Man.
Yes? Awaiting your orders.
Come on. Just hold out for 7 more turns without any more separatism. And the Italians had another separatism event. The Irish are back to being number 2. As far as highest scores. And the Italians are going the way of the Colombians. They're knocked down all the way to under 2,000. Where is Tidor? Got so many cities I can't even remember where they are. Is it one of these? Oh, there's Tidor. Okay. Hujangalas should have some troops. Alright, 5 more turns. We can hold out. I was talking, I think last episode, about doing a playthrough of Realism Invictus where domination and conquest were the only victory conditions allowed. And if I were to do that, separatism is obviously off. Otherwise, I don't know if you could have an economy that could handle a full conquest for sure, but a full domination victory without just plunging into civil wars all the time. You have to have like 20 irregulars in each city. Like if a city like Minneapolis, was one of my first handful of cities I built, is having separatism issues this late in the game, that tells you how strong it can be. Here we go, another long turn. This one was against the Danish. Barbarians. Barbarians are like the second most powerful civ right now, if they were a civ. No, Brennus, I'm not giving you nuclear fuel for cotton. What a ridiculous request. All right, victory in one turn. Let's do it. 34 episodes. More than 34 hours. It's probably closer to 35 hours because I kept going over in a lot of episodes, maybe even closer to 36. So we got it done on a giant map. That is an accomplishment. Let's watch this victory video. 2005 era graphics. Not bad. It's better than the diplomatic victory graphics, that's for sure. Oh. Okay. Well, we won the game, and for the first time in the entire playthrough, the game crashed right after we won. So I had to reload at an autosave and play out the last two turns, but obviously we won again. So let's put the speed all the way up here and play the movie of the world. Look at how many civs there are to start, which is kind of funny. This is us right here. Let's see, Irish. Italians were here. Where were the Danish? I think this is the Danish here. Those are kind of the main players. You'll see us take out this Chola city pretty early on. Yep. That becomes Omaha. Right there, that would be Kiev. Man, this takes me back. I kind of, now that I'm seeing it again, I remember all this, but I kind of forgot the order of operations. This is where the barbarian cities kept popping up. And we're getting pretty close to starting our Russian conquest. That's Minneapolis being built there. And I'm just kind of looking around the rest of the world here. The Italians didn't get out to an amazing start, but they didn't have any pressure, you can see here. And I guess kind of the same with the Irish. Oh, the Irish started imposing themselves militarily, it looks like, but still there's like all this open land here that they were able to snatch up. Here's my Russian conquest is going to be starting any minute now. Here it goes. That was the one save scum moment. Hopefully of any of my playthroughs. That was a silly mistake of mine for not saving the game. I think I'll take out a pretty decent chunk of the Indonesians fairly soon. I did that in kind of 2 phases. But I guess that was more Renaissance. I took out these Incan cities first. Yep, just got those. I think we had like the best continent shape to start on. Here's us blowing through a lot of the Indonesians. We just had like kind of one big fat continent. Like this one up here would have been, I think, the worst because it's so long and snaky. Once you, like, one of the factors for maintenance is distance from palace. So when you have a long snaky continent like that, you can get pretty far away from your palace pretty quickly. You can see over here the Irish really have a good stranglehold on this continent, and the Italians similarly up here doing pretty good. This must be the Danish up here, or is that the French? I don't know. You can see how concerned I was with the other continents. Not very. There was that barbarian event for the Indonesians, which means I'll be, not too long from now, taking out the rest of the Indonesians, and not too long after that, the Peruvians. So you can see the Incans or Peruvians started messing around overseas quite a bit. This is them over here. I mean, I kind of see why they did so. My army was pretty consistently, or my military was pretty consistently #1 throughout most of the playthrough. So they couldn't really push me. Yeah, so here they... Oh, they lost a couple cities there. I guess they weren't as well established over there as I thought they were. This has got to be the Danish. Alright, here's my final assault on the Indonesian. And they go bye-bye. It was 1888. I declared war on the Incans. Yep. And the rest of the continent is ours. Alright, now we just kind of watch the rest of the map to look at all the separatism events. So the Colombians... This is the Colombians, not the Danish. It'll be interesting to watch that. So they're here. They made their way over onto this continent. They had a city there. Looks like a city down here. they were really the first to be just destroyed by separatism. I think a lot of it went to the barbarian state. Oh, there was a separatism event there. You can just kind of see when a bunch of different cities kind of all over immediately flip culture, and the culture doesn't actually shrink. That's how you know it's a separatism event. Yeah, wow. The majority of their main, they're like homeland switched to barbarian. And there was the Irish one where they lost a bunch to the barbarians as well. Alright, this has got to be the Danish than this one, I think. Not sure what this is up here. Yeah, now the Colombians' whole homeland's gone. The Irish took back all their cities from the barbarians. And all these civs just kind of like partitioned up the rest of the Colombian lands there, you can see. There was a big separatism event for the Italians, but they recovered from it basically right away. Getting towards the end of history, it ended in 1979. The Italians, I think, have another big one from the barbarians coming up. Yeah, there was one. Yeah, it basically wiped them out. Like, that's all that's left of the Italians? Just this little city down here? Okay. Alright, well that's always fun to take a look at. Now I'll look at the maps. I gotta figure out a way to merge these two videos together. It's gonna be testing my abilities for sure. Okay. Score, you can see kind of as soon as we popped the Indonesians the first time, like, we were never really threatened again with score, and you can see all these separatism events that just like took out anyone that started getting really high. Look at gold. If it ever loads, we should be much higher than everyone on gold too. Yeah. And have been for a while. All of these we should be higher except power probably. Production went down towards the end because we went to straight research. Like this last spike up is probably when we started building all those recycling centers, which is kind of the last building that I had every city build. Crop yield should remain high. Power. Yeah, look at the Italians just plummet all the way down here. And culture. So yeah, the Italians and the Colombians really show you just how devastating the separatism can be. All right, our final population was, let me see this, 1.1 billion. And our rival's best was 195 million, so did pretty good there. Our approval rates I don't know how to get approval rate higher. It always seems to be like that. I think it's just because our populations are so high that our ratio of happy to mad citizens is relatively close. Or if we artificially kept our populations low, then we'd have way more happy citizens than mad. But having more people is worth it. Okay. Top 5 cities are all American. Built a bunch of wonders, which is good to see. And then statistics. What did we kill the most of? Slaves. I don't remember killing that many slaves. Peruvian trench infantry is what we killed the most of. 68 of them. And we didn't lose a whole bunch. 20 man-at-arms. Some cruisers, axemen, pikemen, carracks. Yeah, but overall, just did great militarily. Got 49 airports, universities, laboratories, all that stuff. And improvements. 195 towns and 193 mechanized farms. 87 windmills. All right, we got to Charlemagne's score, so the score is going to be way worse than the Zulu score. 12,410. It's showing up 3 times because it took me 3 times to load it. Oh, this is interesting. So yeah, I loaded it up again after it crashed the first time, and I got the black water glitch. So that's what that is. Okay, so unfortunately that's showing up 3 times in my Hall of Fame, but yeah, you can see my Zulu or South African one, normalized score of 35,610, which is, well, almost 3 times better. But still, giant map, winning a space race victory. I'm very happy with it. All right, I am going to call that a series. Thank you for everyone that has made it this far, and I'm going to take a little time to decide what I'm going to do next, and I'll hopefully see you in that series. Thanks again.